It's a kind of magic.
We're here on a very special occasion where we celebrate a lot of hard work coming together. A very large undertaking took place where we could communicate from North Georgia all the way up I-75 with each of these counties, with law enforcement, with the people who we depend on to respond when things don't go well.
It can't be stated that this thing just happened, and you've heard me say that. It's been a lot of work, a lot of team effort, a lot of partnerships. One of those was Motorola. They have stepped up to the plate and in some cases almost worked miracles. I don't want to say they did because it'll give them the big head, but they did some really outstanding things. And representing Motorola today is Deborah Courtwright, who's the Corporate Vice President for Strategic Projects in North America. So it's my pleasure to have her come up from Chicago.
Good morning. It's wonderful to be here. It's a big occasion for Motorola. Always a great day when we share it with our customers, but more importantly, when we're here celebrating such a milestone event today. And in my introduction, it was mentioned that I have responsibility for North America. I think what's important in that today is I talk to a lot of our customers throughout North America. I can tell you firsthand, you've set the precedence here and you've raised the bar. What you've accomplished is truly, monumental, and is not an easy thing, as we all know. You more than certainly Motorola. And as I talk to our customers and as they're trying to achieve, we mentioned earlier, operable and interoperable communications, the technology is really the easy part. The job that you have all done in coming together from the local levels to the counties, across state boundaries, again, is precedent setting. So really, I'm here to congratulate all of you. I think talking with a few of you earlier today, we agreed we don't get here alone. I'm happy to hear that we've been a good partner, and again, not without the support of you and the trust. So congratulations to all of you. I hope that Motorola has met all of your expectations. I know we've had our A-list players down here supporting this project and working very, very hard on all of your behalf. I would be remiss by some of my Motorola colleagues by mentioning that one thing we're always proud of is finishing a project on time and on budget. So again, through I think the cooperation with all of you and all of your support, we accomplished that. I actually think not only were we on budget, but we actually finished the project a little bit ahead of schedule. So again, thank you for your support in that. This is a project that we are extremely proud of. It has a lot of visibility throughout the corporation. Several of you were back a few months back in staging, and this goes on our CEO's radar screen, Greg Brown, who also is very, very proud of what's been accomplished down here. So with that, I think one final point. It was just mentioned, and Mayor Ramsey mentioned it as well, that, kind of where do we go from here? What we're hoping is that this really is the starting point to expand the state of Tennessee. I'm sure many of you are aware that the state is working very, very hard right now on trying to secure funding and do much of what you've already accomplished. So we are all hoping and supportive of hopefully this expanding out throughout the state. So thank you again. It's an honor to be here today.
One of the big customers that we all have are law enforcement, and there are a number of law enforcement individuals in here today. None the least is the Department of Safety that run the roads, the interstates, particularly in the state roads. And Dave has had big issues because we know that, there have been a number of times over in history when a patrolman or a THP patrolman that's alone out there on the interstate, and he's trying to screw around with a radio here that you got to push buttons in, and in some cases you have absolutely no coverage, and by and large their radio is this right here if they've got coverage. That's a sad state of affairs when you've got a public safety guy out there and he can be in harm's way because he doesn't have the capability to talk to the folks he needs to be talking to.
And now,
The moment I've been waiting on, and I know Arnold and Gary have. Arnold and Gary, come on up here. What we're going to do, folks, to show that this thing does in fact work, and everybody go like this, we're going to do a roll call with all these counties and entities that are connected to this system, from Georgia up into Tennessee. So stand by.
All right, here we go. Attention, all stations this net is a directed net. Please hold all radio traffic until called. TVRS control to Dade County.
This is Dade County. I read you loud and clear.
TVRS control to Catoosa County.
This is Catoosa County. I hear you loud and clear.
TVRS control to Walker County.
This is Walker County. I'm loud and clear.
TVRS control to Gema Atlanta.
This is Gema Atlanta. We read you loud and clear.
Hamilton County, this is TVRS control.
This is Hamilton County. I read you loud and clear.
THP Chattanooga, this is TVRS control.
THP Chattanooga, we read you loud and clear.
Ray County, this is TVRS control.
This is Wright County. I read you loud and clear.
Meigs County, this is TVRS control.
Meigs County, we copy loud and clear.
Bradley County, this is TVRS control.
This is Bradley County. Read you loud and clear.
McMinn County, this is TVRS control.
This is McMinn County. We read you loud and clear.
Roane County, this is TVRS control.
This is Roane County. We read you loud and clear.
Anderson County, this is TVRS control.
This is Anderson County. I read you loud and clear.
Loudoun County, this is TVRS control.
This is Loudoun County. I read you loud and clear.
Knox County, this is TVRS control.
Okay. This is Knox County. I read you loud and clear.
THP Knoxville, this is TVRS control.
This is THP Knoxville. I read you loud and clear.
Morgan County Correctional Institute, TVRS control.
This is Morgan County Correctional. I'll read you loud and clear.
MTSU, this is TVRS control.
This is MTSU. I read you loud and clear.
THP Nashville, this is TVRS control.
THP Nashville, read you loud and clear.
Tennessee State EOC, this is TVRS control.
This is EOC. We read you loud and clear.
Thank you, all stations. TVRS control is clear.
That's what I'm talking about. Woo! I'm telling you, folks, a lot of smiles out here, and this is a good day.
It's a kind of magic, magic.